Hey, you guys, it's your girl, Creative Solutions. I'm a little bit sick. I feel like I got like a little cough and I'm just trying to get it out. But anyway, let's get into this. So, in this live stream, we're going to be talking about have you ever been a fool for love? And I think this will be an interesting topic. So, I did pull a couple of videos and from different people with different takes, and I think this will be a good discussion. If you're tuning in, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and yeah, let me drop the intro. If I could find it, right? Yes, we are back. What's up, everybody? It is a brand new day. We are in February. It is the new year, right? Not yet, when the spring comes around. But February is like the time for the Chinese New Year. And then next month or April is the really grandiose New Year. I mean, I feel like the new year is the time when the springtime comes and everything is growing, the sun is out, all the birds are chirping, and the flowers are blooming. That is the springtime, and that's the new year. But we getting into this. Have you ever been a fool for love? And I just we got to talk about this because there is a difference, okay? There's a difference between love and there's a difference between you really like somebody, and then there's a difference between limerence. And somebody could be, and I think a decent amount of women are really like they're in love with the idea of love, and because they just like that whole idea, because you could be creative, you could do things. I mean, you could like candles, you could get flowers. It's like a whole romantic side of it outside of the person. So in this video, we're gonna be looking at that, right? And nowadays a lot of people are single, let's be honest, right? A lot of attractive people are single, a lot of regular people are single. Normal people are single, but most people today are single. And it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. I think most people don't want to settle, and most people want to find their authentic partner. And hopefully that's you. I mean, I'm waiting till I find my authentic partner, because if you ever been in a relationship or ever had a girlfriend or boyfriend, you would know that it's so relationships are easier when things just flow, when things just feel right, when things just resonate. Relationships are supposed to be easy. They're not supposed to be hard. And they're supposed to be fun, and it's supposed to be something that you want to invest in. It shouldn't be a chore, it shouldn't be a job. You shouldn't feel like, "Oh my god." And more times than not, you probably aren't with your right person. And some people could make it work, but if you're on this earth, right? Because we are all on this earth, right? I tell myself I want to have the best experience ever. Like, I want to have the best love experience ever. I want to find, the right person for me. Like, it got to be like fireworks. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on that. What's up, Candy Cane? What's up, Marquez? What's up, Royce? Love you guys for coming in. But let's get into it. So, what's the difference between love? You got limerence. We got the people are in love with the idea of love. So we gotta we gonna go into this, right? So first and foremost, let's check the people who are probably in limerence. Right, so I'm gonna share this video. Okay. You guys could see it. Bingo. So there we go. So limerence. And this is a good video because she is a coach, but she's trying to, because a lot of people be out there. When I was like 13, 14, 15 years old, I used to be like, oh, he is so cute. I am so in love. Oh, he is so nice. Oh, he is so cute. I mean, I be like that. When and they say you have a crush on somebody, and sometimes that crush lasts for like a week, and then you're like, oh, it's over. Sometimes it lasts longer, but we're gonna dive into it, like the differences. And sometimes you do need help dissecting if is this real? Sometimes you need a reality check. Like, okay, let's. I don't understand some of these people in the chat, but I'm gonna ignore the chat today. I'm gonna ignore.
And the way that you can get realistic is you can either ask a friend, what do you think of the chances of me getting with this person? Now that might be difficult for you to do because you might be embarrassed about it.
All right, so in this video, we're going to be talking about limerence, and she's saying the first thing you need to do is be realistic. And sometimes you got to ask your friends. And yeah, sometimes you got to be upfront and you got to ask somebody, does this look like this is real? Is this the right relationship? Because sometimes when we get attention from somebody, we be like, oh my God, like we be just wanting to faint. We be under a love spell. So she said one good thing, check your friends.
Cause a bit of shame for you. You might feel kind of silly asking your friend. You could even ask the individual that you have been fantasizing about, ask them out on a date, and then say to them, I'm looking for a serious partner. Are you looking for the same in your life? Now, the reason why people don't often do this is because limerence comes with a lot of secrecy. And the reason why limerence comes with a lot of secrecy is because deep down on a subconscious level, anyone who experiences limerence knows that it's not realistic. And the chances of this developing into a healthy, serious relationship are so low that they're too embarrassed to actually ask the person out and assess the real prospects of the relationship, or they're too embarrassed to ask their friends about it. Now, I would say check it out with your closest friends. It will save you a lot of embarrassment in relation to confronting the object of your obsession. Because when you confront the object of your obsession and you get turned down, it leads to a lot more embarrassment about the situation. Now, it's safer to ask your closest friends. I'm not saying they're going to be able to assess.
And you see that? It's so important to ask your closest friends. Let me tell you guys, it was one time when I was in high school and I thought this guy was so cute. Like, oh my God, like I would just be looking at him and I thought he was so cute. We would be in gym. And sometimes when you're in gym and you got a sub, you just chilling on the bleachers or you just sitting around. And I remember just looking at him and I was just like really, really scared. But I liked him. I don't know. I was so bold. I don't even know why, how I was that bold. But yeah, I went up to him. And you know what made me went up to him? I asked his friend. That's another thing. You don't ask his friend, you ask your friend. I asked his friend, and his friend said, right? His friend said, yeah, you should go up to him and you should talk to him. Just do it. Just go up to him and tell him that you like him. And I was, and his friend was convincing me, and his friend, is a guy also. So I'm thinking that his friend has my best intentions, right? His friend probably know what's going on the back end. Tell me why I go up there. I went up to him and I was like, so, do you have a girlfriend? And he said, yes, he had a girlfriend. And after that, I just walked away. And that shit was so embarrassing. a part of me felt really embarrassed, but now that I look back on it, I can laugh at that because I was really gutsy and I did it, and he had a girlfriend, and that could have been avoided if I had, asked my friend. She would have probably dissect the whole situation. Like your friends are real. They'd be like, hold on, is this guy even smart? Is he even cute? Does he have a girlfriend? Like your friend goes through all of these things, right? And even me, I'm a friend and I'll be going through that too, right? But sometimes you just so entangled and you like the person so much that you like overlook a lot of things like that you should not overlook. But if you have like your friend or you have like your family members, they will like dissect the situation for you and they'll be real and upfront and they'll tell you the truth. Hey, Carmen. They won't work because all women lie to each other. Women never tell each other the truth. Oh my God. We on this channel are positive, right? We attract positive energy. This year, I'm trying to make it like I'm trying to be very conscious on the things that I talk about. And I only want to talk about things that I want to happen in my life. So I need to be conscious on the things that I talk about. So that's why I want love and I want to receive love and I want to fall in love, right? Hopefully, maybe not now, but like I'm open to having a loving experience. So that's why I'll be talking about it. But let's get back into it. So this is what the lady was talking about. Hold on. I done lost my video reference. I got it.
That's the situation for what it is. It depends on how well they know you. And if they're a good friend and if they're a compassionate individual, they're going to be able to tell you the truth. If they don't know you so well, you might be able to convince them that the prospects of this relationship actually turning out to be something are higher than they really are. Now, if you just can't get out of limerence and it's just really tough for you, it's a serious, severe limerence, the best thing you can do, even though it's going to be awful, is not going to lead to good circumstances, but it is actually to ask the person out, try to get them on a date. They're probably not going to turn up, or they're going to say, yeah, that'd be lovely. And then they're just going to make their excuses, or they're just going to not turn up on the day or not get back to you on the day. There's going to be some disappearance that goes on. Or if they're straightforward, they're just going to say, no, like I'm not interested, or I'm seeing someone or whatever. If they turn you down, which is obviously going to be awful and emotionally it's not going to be an easy experience for you, when they turn you down and they give you certainty, this extinguishes all limerence. There's never been a limerent client that I have worked with who has not gotten over their limerence when they realize this is not realistic, because limerence is about hoping and wishing, and you can't hope and wish anymore when someone is like, there is no chance in hell. So sometimes the person has to put themselves through the embarrassment of being rejected in order to break out of a limerence. Now, it's a short term.
Yes, this is true. That is true. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Carmen. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, so limerence. So I've been rejected, and you know what? Rejection works, because when somebody rejects you, when you understand the rejection and you move on accordingly, sometimes that person will double back like 6 months later or a year later, and then they'll try to talk to you. But sometimes you nailed it in your head, like that guy didn't like me, so or that girl didn't like you or whatnot. And sometimes you just like you don't even listen to them. You're like, why is this person talking to me? That has happened to me once. Like, I went up to a guy, he rejected me. And then later on, he tried to like, I'm gonna just say, he tried to come on to me. And I was just like, why is this dude talking to me? Why is this dude trying to touch me? And I was just like, yuck. And I was like, disgusted. And I just, and I moved on. It works. It works. Thank you. Okay, let's go back to what she was saying.
Not your self-esteem
I'm
and
gonna
self-confidence, but bear in mind this is just one
fast
person
forward
who's not
this.
interested in you. There's a lot of people in the world who are interested in you, where you absolutely have fantastic prospects with them, and they would be a healthy partner who would treat you quite well. Whether you're interested in them or not is a whole other story. But the reason why you sometimes have to face this short-term embarrassment in order to get over your limerence is that when certainty arrives, limerence dies. Step number 3 to get over limerence once and for all is select appropriate people for you to date. Because people who experience limerence always fantasize about inappropriate partners, usually unavailable partners, people who are not interested in them. So if you actually look at who might be interested in you, who is kind of at the same level as you, who has expressed interest consistently, who is someone who seems like they will show up for you, who is someone like they seem like they genuinely want a relationship. These are probably the people that you're far less interested in, but those are the ones who are actually available to have a relationship. So if you get really realistic about things and you think about, okay, who could I really end up in a relationship with if I really wanted a relationship? You're going to start looking at very different prospects.
See, we getting real. We got to get real with ourselves. Sometimes you got to get real. He said, I can relate very much to both of your stories. Thank you. I'm not the only one. Thank you. I feel the love. Thank you. But yeah, we got to get realistic. Sometimes we got to like people who like us, or we have to weigh the pros and the cons. Who's giving me attention? Who's showing up? Who looks at me? You know what? You know what I have always noticed, and I didn't notice this till later. But like when I be walking around, and sometimes I be at my job, or I be like out and about. Sometimes I don't even be looking at people. I just be so much in my zone that I don't even be catching glances. And then at one time I was like, because some lady was telling me, you need to pay attention because a lot of people be looking at you when you be going to the store, picking stuff up. A lot of guys be looking at you. A lot of people be looking at you. And I'd be like, no, you're lying. Because you don't be thinking about it because you be like, I'm going to the store. I'm gonna go get this. I got this to do. I gotta drive here. And sometimes we don't take that extra step to be aware and just to look around our settings. And sometimes if you look around your settings, you'll probably notice somebody who probably was looking at you or was viewing you for a very long time, but they're really shy and they don't know how to approach you. He said, I'm from Guatemala, but I'm watching this in Houston, Texas. That's what's up, Guatemala. Isn't that part of the Caribbean? But okay, so yeah.
Now, this is a very difficult thing for someone who's quite limerent to do, because people who go into limerence, they go for partners who are unattainable in some shape or form. Either the looks don't match up, they're like significantly better looking than them, or they're significantly more successful, or they're already in a relationship, or they're famous, or there's just something kind of unrealistic, or they're like notoriously known for having problems in their relationships. Like, so the individual that they're focused on trying to get is just someone who's notoriously known for having a lot of drama in their relationships and not actually having healthy relationships. So people who experience limerence, they pick someone who's out of reach. So in order to overcome limerence, you have to start looking at who is actually a realistic partner for me, who would actually show up, who would really commit to me. And people kind of have to get realistic about how eligible they are. So I've worked with limerence clients where they're just picking partners that are completely out of reach, that it just doesn't add up. For example, it just might not add up status wise or looks wise, and they're just going for people who are completely unattainable, or they're going for people who everyone else is going for and they're not really that special, they're just a normal person, or maybe they have lots of great qualities themselves, but the partner they're going for is able to date someone much younger. They're able to date someone more attractive. They're able to date someone of a higher status. So therefore, they're just not going for this individual, or the individual has shown so much neediness that they've put the object of their affection off. So the person who experiences
Oh, that's another thing, right? Because sometimes you always say goodbye. Thank you for coming by. So yeah, sometimes we try to get with somebody. Sometimes when we feel like we don't measure up, we tend to do more for that person, go out of our way, do a lot, buy them things, you know. That's another thing also. And sometimes, people are looking. It be sometimes you be in a relationship and people are looking at you like this relationship is not gonna work. These people are not yoked together. These people don't even, you can look at a relationship and you can see it from a mile away. And you already know that relationship is not gonna work out. They gonna be divorced. Like you could tell. You can tell by the way that the guy treats the woman, how the woman treats the guy. And sometimes you'd be like, oh my God, like, you already know one day that person is gonna leave. And the other person don't see it. And I even had friends when I was dating guys and they would tell me that they knew the relationship was gonna work, but they didn't want to tell me anything. And they said that she'll figure it out. But I had that happen to me also. He said he been on both ends. Yeah, see? Yes, I have been the fool of the joke. I have seen it too. So that's why it's always good to ask for like your friends or somebody else on the outside looking in. It's always good to ask somebody because you won't see it, and sometimes you need your friend to, bring you back to life, be like, no, girl, like, no, we're not doing that. This is what's real. Like, yeah. Do you see the way he treats you? And do you see that? Do you really think that's a good relationship for you? Like, sometimes we need people to bring us back to reality. So she's 100% true about that.
limerence tends to have perfectionism when they go for partners. They pick people who they idolize, who they see as completely above them status wise, and who they see as perfect. So the subconscious thing that's playing out there is the person who experiences limerence feels that if I could get someone that good, I'll finally feel worthy and good enough about myself. Step number 4 is to select someone.
Yes, that's another one. Some people not even trying to get in the relationship. They just want to feel worthy. That was good right there what she said there. Yeah. That is 100% true. Some people be like, "Oh, that girl just looks cute," I just, if I could get her, then I could get anybody. And you gotta be careful with people like that. That's why, and don't those people be, no offense, they be the people that be like kind of looks challenged, and you be like, I'm gonna give this person a chance. You don't know what type of can of worms you opening by giving that person a chance. You messing up your whole life just by giving that person a chance. Yeah, so you gotta be careful, you be like, oh, I'm gonna just give this person a chance. I'm gonna see if it works. And damn well you don't really like that person like that. Don't do it to yourself because you're giving that other person the false narrative in their heads that, they feel like they want up on you and they ain't shit. In reality, they ain't nothing, so. Oh, hey, Choco Kitty. Yeah, people be trying to one up you. I swear. You gotta be careful out here. Don't let anybody one up you. If you know that person is trash, don't date them. Mm-mm.
who wants to be with you slightly more than you want to be with them. I know this is a bit of a funny one to say, but what happens when people have limerence, they'll always pick partners that they want to be with more than the other way around. So they want them more, they're always chasing. So for someone who has limerence to not be in a chasing position, and they pick a partner who just slightly wants to be with them a little bit more, they get security and they're no longer chasing. And they stop the dynamic of chasing, because you know what happens when you try and chase someone? They want to run away. They feel smothered. So it's advantageous for someone who experiences limerence to be in a very secure position where all of a sudden, for the first time ever, the partner that they've chosen wants them just a little bit more than they want them. And they feel really secure for the first time. The risk of this is that they'll actually get bored. So you have to really practice being okay with your partner being a bit more into you than you're into them. If you keep going for people who you are into more than they're into you, you're going to feel insecure. Anxiety is going to creep in, and you're going to go back into this obsessing and worrying about the relationship, which means you're not spending enough time in the present moment in that relationship. You're spending more time in your head. And that is a disaster for anyone who experiences limerence, because that brings you into obsession. And if you're in obsession, you are not enjoying that relationship in the present moment. So you absolutely need to be with a partner who's just a little bit more into you than you're into them. Step number 5 to get over limerence once and for all is decide what you want and stick with that rigidly. Write it down, because when people experience limerence, they often deviate from what they really want because they get obsessed with people and they forget that actually the things they really want in a relationship, that individual cannot give them. You need to be.
Yes, that's a good one right there. Hold on, I actually like this one chick, but I felt like she wanted my image and not the real me. She curved me and didn't remember I was the that same dude and started getting obsessed. Damn. So she wanted your image, but not the real you. And then she curved you and didn't remember. Yeah. That's something that's real, yeah. I mean, what she's saying is true. That's why sometimes you gotta like somebody, well, be with somebody who really likes you, you know. It should be equal attraction, I think. But yeah, that's it. Yeah. Hey, Huscular and Muscular, what's up? I see you. Let me. So I pasted the link in the chat if you guys want to come up.
Super disciplined, because you don't have enough discipline when it comes to your romantic life. You deviate off into fantasy. You indulge in fantasy. Do not let yourself indulge in fantasy more than 10 minutes, 20 minutes max a day.
Oh, this is a good one. So, sometimes people do deviate. So, like, that's why when you go on a date, it's always good to, like, I would say masturbate before you go on a date. Masturbate before you go on a date, right? So, that's out of your system. Number 2, like, you can't be like overindulgent because you're just knowing this person. The fantasy is not real. Let's just be honest. The first couple of dates, the fantasy is not real. It's fake. I was first time I approached her, it wasn't with my squad. I heard that. LOL. Oh, thank you, Rob. I like to be amped up when I'm on a date. Okay. Yeah. So before you go on a date, because some people be like, I'm not gonna do this after the date. Oh, I'm not gonna allow him to kiss me. We're only gonna spend 1 hour. Sometimes you gotta hold boundaries with yourself. Sometimes you gotta have like a timer, right? All right, we're gonna go on this date. My timer is 2 hours, and then I gotta get back home. Like I gotta go home. Sometimes we gotta do that. We gotta stick and be disciplined because she right. Like that's how people, they get into a one night stands. Sometimes, they go on a date. Sometimes you end up sleeping with that person. You're free to do what you want, but you gotta be disciplined because that fantasy after those 10 minutes is over, you're like back to reality. It's not real. Like, and not only that, you're stopping yourself from the full experience. Like you got to go on multiple dates. You got to allow people to reveal their true intentions. You say, I don't require sex on the first date. You don't, muscular, muscular, because you're a great man. But some of these guys out here, as soon as you go on a date, they're like expecting for you to go home with them. They're expecting a lot, and you're looking at them like, ill, yuck, disgusting. That's why as a woman, it's always good to like meet the guy at the date. Don't have him come to your house and pick you up. I mean, nothing is wrong with being picked up, but if you're gonna be picked up, my advice is to walk a block away from your house and have him pick you up over there. Don't have him pick you up where he actually knows where you're gonna live at. He said 2 hours. What, the time limit? Yes, 2 hours. Think about it. Because when we go on a date, right? I'm gonna just approximate 20 minutes to get to the date, right? You get to the restaurant, right? And then you got to order your food. Your food might take another like 20 minutes to come out. And while you guys are there, you're having conversations and you're doing that, right? And then after you eat, but what if like, okay, I think two hours is good for any date, the first date. What they're having coffee, getting food, um, going for a walk, whatever a picnic, whatever the guy put together, I think 2 hours. 2 hours is good. 2.5 hours maybe, but like I don't think you should be spending like a long time with that person. What's up, Huscular and Muscular?
Salute, creative solution, part of evolution. Always welcome to my institution. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, about that 2 hour thing. I don't know. You make it sound like a damn escort service, or she's on a
How
time
is
limit.
it
I'm like, what the
escort
fuck?
services?
That's why I'm like, what the hell? Time
Oh,
limit?
hold on. Is your time money?
What?
Is your time money?
Well, not like that. I mean, it is, but
But
not like.
agree with me. Time is more precious than money, right? Because you could always have a lot of money or you could make back the money. You could never make back the time.
Yeah, true when you put it like that. But damn, you made it sound like
Yeah.
it's an escort
So
service. I'm like, damn.
wouldn't you want somebody to earn that time with you?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so what's wrong with 2 hours?
Maybe I didn't get the context. I mean, it sounded like an escort, but I don't know.
Well, a first date, 2 hours. Is 2 hours a long time?
That ain't long enough for me, honestly. But but each their own.
So go ahead. What's long enough for you? Break it down first.
5 hours, no more.
5 hours.
Now I'm just playing. 2 hours is good.
Okay.
I'll try somehow.
5 hours. You know what? I actually went on a date with a guy and we just went to go eat or whatnot. And by the end of the day, after he paid for everything, and I'm like, okay, well, it was nice meeting you. I'll see you again. He got mad and he was like, this was it. And I was like, what did you expect? I don't know what you expected. Like, you know? So I don't know. That's why you got stick to your boundaries, discipline. Stick to it.
Well, I guess he mad because now was he mad because he didn't get to smash on the first date, or was he mad because there was no, I don't know, sexual tension on the first date? I don't know. To me, it's more about the investment, not so much the actual intercourse part. If that makes any sense.
Exactly, right? You're supposed to show up, make me smile. You smile too. You're having a good time. We're smiling and laughing. We're eating, or doing stuff like that. You build a rapport with me, and when you build that rapport, you're building trust. And then you're like, oh, okay, so we can meet up again, and you keep it going. You don't say that's it. Like, come on, like I don't feel
I
like
mean,
I'm entitled to a man's time, and a man shouldn't feel like he's entitled to my time, especially for the first date.
are men really that hard off for wanting to smash on a first date, or am I missing something here?
Yeah, some people are not disciplined. They just
I
expect.
mean, it kind of begs the question: is it okay to smash on a first date? Let's make that a topic of discussion. Should you have sex on a first date? Yes or no? I say you
I don't
shouldn't
think
do it,
so.
but I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I agree. You shouldn't have. Like I
You should
said,
not.
I don't require sex on a first date. Sexual tension, sexual buildup, maybe a little private twerk session, but that's it. Nothing beyond that.
When you have sex on the first date, it goes into limerence, because obviously, if you had sex on that date, you was like magnetically drawn, and you was in fantasy world, and you was swept off your feet, and that's what happened.
Okay.
You don't think so?
So you left nothing to the imagination. I get it.
Not only that, don't you want the person to reveal themselves to you?
Yeah, like I said, leave something to the imagination. Don't reveal too much too soon, too early. Yeah.
Yeah, and not only that, I remember like back in the day, like dates used to be special. Like you take somebody out on a date, it's special. Like they like
Yeah, but
you. You're looking at the girl to see if she smiles. You're like, you're having experience too. It's not just about her. Like you're going out and you're having an experience also.
yeah, but fast forward to our generations, they start to feel less like special occasions and more like evaluation sessions. And now it's like,
Yes.
and especially in the social media era, because now the woman could be entertaining and dating other men, and by the same token, the man could be entertaining dating other women, which I guess is not a problem if y'all not in a serious relationship off rip. But I think we let too much of them options kind of cloud our judgment. You could say I'm guilty of the same shit because I feel like if I'm dealing with more than one woman, why should I commit right away? I've had that issue before, so I know what it's like. But if you the one and I know we connect, I'm gonna say fuck them other bras. I'm gonna be with you. You the one, baby.
Exactly, right? Like I think DJ Witch Doctor, but other men would say like, I don't want to be spending all my time with multiple people. I want to spend my time with somebody who I see valuable. I want to be with that person. Imagine having to spread my time so short and so thin. Even spreading yourself thin also. Do you have all that energy to give to all those people?
Not all at once, no.
I mean, even though you spread it around, like you could be taking that time and pouring into yourself or doing something else. Do you really need all that time? Like for me, like one guy is good for me. I'm not trying to date two and three guys. I would say I may entertain, when you're in a dating app, you're entertaining everybody until somebody shows you interest. Like when I mean showing interest is you call in, you text in, you actually planning something. And once you do that, then you'll be like, well, then yeah, then I will focus on this person. But I feel like in the beginning stages, you should be talking to everybody until you find that genuine person that you really want to meet up with or take that extra step further. Hello? You don't
Makes
think
sense to
so?
me.
Yeah. Because if not, you just imagine, like, oh, I just think she looks cute. Let's go on a date right now. And then you go on that date and you're like, oh, this was a waste of time.
I don't think I've ever had that issue, but I know guys who've done that, so I know you
Yeah.
ain't lying about that.
So why not take the time to like text call, even FaceTime first, and then go on a date.
Yep. And that's probably
Right?
why I don't use dating apps, because you could say I kind of had that experience where I met a chick off Facebook dating, but when we met, there was no physical tension, no sexual investment, nothing. So we just went our separate ways. I don't know.
What do you mean no sexual investment? For the
I
first
wasn't.
date?
We weren't attracted to each other. You know how
Oh,
you women behave around men that you're attracted to. Don't give me that. You know how y'all ladies get. Y'all be all touchy feely, flirty. You know, keeping everything subtle. We men either gonna see it or miss it, but we're bullet headed like that. So yeah, none of that
uh,
happened. So yeah, I feel
that's good. But I understand what you feel. Understand. But like guys will say sly remarks on dates too. Don't get it twisted. Like as women, we gotta be careful out here because a lot of men will sleep with you, and even though they're not even attracted to you, they'll still sleep with you.
really.
Yeah,
I
they will
thought
still
y'all only
entertain
slept
you.
with men that you were attracted to. What am I missing something here?
I'm saying that
I won't
men
force you
will.
into it.
I said men will sleep with women that they are not attracted to, or they don't even really like them like that.
Well, I've been there. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I like you
And that's
physically.
what,
Hold
and that's
on.
and
I
that's
like
why I
you.
said as women we got to be careful because
That's true. That's true.
yeah, just because somebody sleeps with you or gives you attention doesn't mean they really like you like that.
They like you physically, sexually. They want to tap that ass, but that's it.
Yeah, exactly. They just want to feel something. That's it.
Well,
And men,
I've been there. I've been down that route many times. In fact,
exactly,
the only difference with me
exactly.
is that sometimes you got to watch how you present yourself, because sometimes this may not apply to you, creator, but I've had women who present themselves like, yeah, they want a good time, but not anything long term. They want the short term, but not the long term. Maybe a
Mm.
friends of benefits, fuck girl arrangement. I've met women like that throughout my university days. So you got to watch the kind of energy you give off. You need to give off sexual yet romantic vibes combined. It can be done.
Okay, so let's deep dive into that. So, because
Some of y'all be
we gonna
presenting yourselves
entertain,
like
we
that.
gonna entertain exactly what you said the answer to you on this. Um, let's entertain the whole friends with benefits thing. What do you think about that situation? Can you
Uh,
as a man really entertain that, or do
I
you
have
feel like
entertained it.
at a certain point you do or you are gonna start catching feelings?
No, not really.
For real? Like not at all?
Well, you got to remind yourself, y'all are friends of benefits for a reason. That's why I say if you're
I
looking
know
for,
you remind
if
yourself, but
hold on,
I'm asking you the real question. Do you still get feelings?
no. The thing about friends of benefits, based on my experience, that you have to pick someone who has some kind of flaw that keeps you from wanting to take them seriously. Like whatever it is about this guy you don't like, well, or whatever it is about you that he doesn't like, that's got
Mm,
to be the basis for keeping the friends of benefits going. Like y'all like each other, y'all respect each other, y'all care about each other because y'all friends, but y'all have a sexual attraction that goes beyond it goes beyond just a platonic friendship.
mhm.
But yeah, certain flaws keep you from wanting to take that person seriously.
So you saying that you gotta sleep with somebody that you have the yuck for when you be like you want to be in a relationship with that
You have
person,
the
you be
yuck.
like yuck. That's what you gotta say. You gotta be like
if
yuck.
if the word commitment comes to your man, you got to be thinking, ew, not with this chick or not with this ninja.
You just say yuck, but you be like, well, but it's good to entertain the benefits of this, but anything more is yuck.
hmm
Okay.
And to be fair, friends with benefits is not for everybody. So don't you think? Would you be interested in a friends of benefit, or have you been in a friends of benefit relationship with
Why
a
are you
man?
asking questions like that?
I'm just asking. You don't have to answer. Just be direct and honest, okay?
Okay.
Damn. Have you had at least one?
In the past, I've had, yeah,
Okay,
but
what was it like?
no, I didn't like it.
Well, it ain't for you then. Fair enough.
Yeah. It's not for me. It wasn't for him either, because he would get jealous and feel some kind of way.
Yeah, well, you gotta take jealousy out of it. Remember, you're entertaining
Yeah,
other
we would
men, he's
always
entertaining other
argue.
women, so shit.
Yeah, we would always argue and fight, and it wasn't a good ordeal.
Well, it ain't for you.
Yeah, it's not for me.
I've had I've had friends of benefits who encourage me to talk to other women. Hell, even talk to some of their homegirls. As weird as that may seem, I'm like, why
For
are you
real?
allowing this?
Why? So they wanted you to see you coupled up or what?
Hell, if I know.
Hmm.
Ever shared a guy one of your girlfriends? Yep.
No, I have not. But I did have a friend who slept with my ex-husband, but I didn't find out till later.
Was that before or after the marriage?
I would just say I didn't find out till later. But
Later when? Like,
I'm not even mad at her, so
did you
I
marry
really
the
felt
man?
bad.
Well,
She could've told me.
I'm just saying, did you marry him after your friend slept, or was it after the divorce? Like when y'all separated, got divorced, and then she slept with him? Which one was it?
No, it was before. She told me.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah, but it's like she already she's in a whole nother state or something. So it is that it is what it is. But that's a whole nother conversation. It's like, do you tell somebody that you're sleeping with, like if your friend is sleeping with your boyfriend, would your friend tell you, or how would that affect the relationship? Would you want them to tell you? Or it could be an associate or a work person, somebody at work that he slept with. Like, I don't know. That's like a whole nother can of worms by itself, because the person doesn't want to be at fault, and they feel like if they tell you, you'll get mad, and that's a touchy subject. But I feel like as a woman, you should stand on your square and say what you gotta say. What you think, Huscular and Muscular?
Yep, you need to do just that.
What about you? Would you, if one of your coworkers or
I don't
one of
shit
your
where I eat.
coworkers slept with your no, what if one of your coworkers slept with your girlfriend?
I'm at to find me another job because things gonna go down in the work now. This way.
But what if they in like another department?
That's a tough one. So I'm dating a girl. I want to find another coworker tap that ass before I got to her.
No, while I was in a relationship.
So she's a cheater.
Yeah.
Then she may as well go on back with that nigga, because I don't want to be part of no love triangle type shit. No.
Yeah, that's a hot mess.
Now, if she was just a friends with benefits or an F girl, I wouldn't give a damn. But you talking about boyfriend, girlfriend, that's something different.
Yeah.
That's why
Okay,
some people gotta stay in their own lanes, because
I wanted to talk about Mr. Roy's comment. He said, I used to feel like I had either be a nerd or a thug, but I'm now starting to own my identity. And Royce, you're not the only person. That's why I hate it when people say like, oh, you didn't want me when I was in my teens or my 20s, and now when I'm in my 30s, now you want me. Or men be
that
saying
happens.
like that. I mean, it happens to women too, but my thing is, like, you can't really get mad at that situation, because when she was younger, it was like she was on a different type of mindset. Like, she didn't know herself either.
Well, that's one way to look at it, but I look at
Yeah,
it
we
like,
have to allow people
but
to grow.
when I hear situations like that, I think one of two things can happen. You're either one gonna mature into a good. You're gonna either one come out that childish mindset early in life, or you're gonna have what's called a late night epiphany. It's one thing to act childish when you're in your teens, but when you reach your late 20s, mid 20s, then you grow up. That's one thing, but you damn near 40, 50 still acting the same way. Now you're realizing you need to grow up. Okay, that's a problem.
There's
That's kind
men
of how
who act like that.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I look at this. So you didn't want this man when when you was young in his prime. Why would this man want you when you're older, set in your ways and at your decline? It don't make
How
any
you
sense.
know when
You
she
should have built
at the
something.
time?
You
That
should. That's why when you're young, you need to build something. You need to build with a man. Don't wait till he gets out the struggle. Now you want to come around and roll out the red
you
carpet.
can't.
I hate situations like that.
Yeah,
May
but the
not be
thing
every
is,
situation, but I hate hearing about that. Just saying. But go ahead.
you talking about build with a man. A lot of women don't want to go through that, and I would not advise any woman to go through that. Do you know how hard it is to build with somebody? And you know, and I understand some people be like, yeah, we could build, but building with somebody, you got to build with somebody who's really mature. And I feel like
That's the whole point.
a lot of people don't mature until they like in their late 20s or 30s. Some of them gotta fall, bust their head open, bleed, stitch themselves back, and then come back.
Well, if you really love this man, you'll be there through all the bumps and bruises that he's gonna be
No,
taking.
no.
But you want a man to be there for you for all your bumps. We ain't talking about a recovering drug addict or alcohol or the man that's just constantly getting himself in trouble with some shit
I'm
like
gonna
that.
tell
We
you
talking
this
about
because a
the
lot of
struggles
people,
of
no, a
life,
lot of
not
people
that
are
illegal shit.
a lot of people are struggling with their inner demons. Some of them feel like they like look at Anton. Look at Anton Daniels. This is a
Not
perfect
him again.
example. You know, he was
Not
a
him
nerd
again.
in high school, and he probably wasn't getting much play or attention. And you know, now he got to get all this money, and now he gotta feel like he gotta flex because he felt inadequate in some kind of way. So when he gets the money, he needs to flex because it makes him feel good about himself. Imagine, you know, these guys be dealing with a lot of stuff. Like they be wanting to flex, they be having a lot of insecurities. And imagine somebody blow your bank account because they want to flex.
Yep, that happens. Now, to be fair,
Imagine somebody sleeping with like 4 or 5 girls. Why? Because they want to do what? Flex.
I kind of had that issue, but man, it wasn't that bad. I wasn't getting no play when I was like in my teens, but when I fast forward to I'm gonna say by age between ages of 18 and 21, that's when my game started to get better. So I didn't really go up until after high school. When I started going to college, educating my mind a little bit more and
Mm-hmm.
learning about the dark side of female nature as far as how to move and what to do, what not to
What
do.
is the
Basically, I
dark
said
side of female nature? Like
the
what?
stupid bullshit games that they play. I
You
had to
sound like
learn
those.
some of the stuff that
You
they
sound like
play.
the red
And
pill guys that's on the
hold
internet.
on, hold on. Well, you can
You
sound.
sound like that because a lot of
I didn't know
men
what
be
red pill
playing.
was until
I
I got into
know, but
these
that's what you
spaces. This
sound
was just
like.
my
I gotta be
common.
honest. I
This is
gotta
based
bring
on
I
common
gotta
sense
bring the truth to the
experiences.
table. I gotta bring it to you. That's what
I
you
didn't know
sound
what
like.
the hell red pill was 20 years. This is based on my experiences and what I've seen. I had to
I
move
know,
with a
but
different
I gotta
mindset
be
of, well,
100% honest with you. That's what you sound like. It's like, you know, these women, it's like you gotta take accountability at some point. Even as women, a lot of women be like, these men be playing you, they just want to sleep with you.
yeah,
And
they do. I ain't gonna deny that.
exactly, but you don't hear me talking about a lot of these men and their mindset, and I don't, because I have to turn around and I have to be like, you know, I was the one
Well,
who slept with him, and I gotta take accountability for that. It wasn't
well,
him, it was something broken inside of me that would make me want to go
I
do that.
also believe that part of red pill is holding men accountable and holding men to a standard as well. Because it ain't just the women. Yeah, we men got issues too. And I talk about that a lot on my show. Women need to get it together, but you got men need to get this shit together too. I mean, we've all been there. So hey. But yeah, my glow up happened after high school. I flexing? Nah, not really, but I did feel better about myself.
And that's what it is. What you just said right there. That's it. And I think that's the shortcut to everything. That's the shortcut. It's just to feel good
I
about
lost my
yourself.
virginity at 19 years old. So
That's nothing to be, that's nothing, you know. I don't, to me, I feel like now looking back on it, I feel like sex is supposed to be like something magical and sacred. It's
Well, this
not
was the
like
2000s. Back then, sex became way less special and made more of a
exactly,
ritual, a growing up glow up ritual. You ain't
exactly.
having sex, something wrong with you. You're especially for the men, and I know women face that pressure too, but I think the men face it the most because we're supposed to be the hunters, the gatherers, the ones supposed to go out and get the woman, but the woman's supposed to stay pure, from my understanding, anyway. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Royce? How are you?
Shout out to Royce, dog.
What's happening?
I
I'm
gotta
putting
step
the
away,
wrong.
but I'll let y'all talk. Be right back.
Okay, go ahead. What's up, Royce? What do you want to add to the convo?
Is my sound good?
Yeah, you sound perfect.
Okay. I haven't heard nothing. I was on the wrong link trying to go. I clicked the StreamYard under your profile. I mean, I clicked the wrong StreamYard, so I was trying to log in. I didn't know what I was doing. But
So did you want to add something to the conversation? I remember you was talking about like now you're finally learning yourself and learning, about yourself and who you want to be in life.
yeah. So the thing about it is is like I be hanging like it depending on like when I'm with my friends, like I act a certain way, and then I got like another side to me, like where I guess is the side of me like where I like secretly like sit around and listen to love songs and stuff. So it's like that side of me, and then the side of me where I'm just like with my friends and we just talking. And we like we talk about different things. So I realize is another side to me that's it, like I compartmentalize like basically, and I think the thing that's crazy is I mean the thing that I think it kind of makes things difficult is like the one when I'm not looking for love is that's where I get the most love from. Like when I'm not trying to look for love, like that's where and then when I'm looking for love, then it's I'm I don't know how to
No, you saying it right. You saying it right. You telling the people the truth.
like I'm trying
Basically,
to be intentional when I'm trying to
yeah.
be intentional how to I don't know how to turn on the swag. Like the swag just come out like normal. Like it just come out easy when I'm just playing. Like when I'm not being serious. Like I'm not taking her serious or nothing. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, Royce, what you just said there was when you're being your authentic self, it comes out. You're able to be yourself. But when you try to think hard and try to be intentional and try to like do this and I need to be this way, it doesn't go the way you planned. It goes the opposite because you're trying. You're not in the energy of being.
Yeah. I got these. You ever heard of this? The end.
The conversation card game. Yeah, I think I got a card game too.
What card game you got?
I don't know. I have to find it, but I do got a card game also. I got one too. Oh, I got it right here. Hold on. Hold on. Mine is called "We Are Really Not Strangers."
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see about that. I'm gonna get the same one you got so we can play it.
Yeah. This is a good card game because it exposes you. You answer questions about yourself and you get more in depth on how the person thinks. So who's
But
yours by? Oh, where did you get it from?
I got it off of Amazon.
Mm.
It's just a in deep connection, experience deeper connection, couples edition,
You
long
know
term.
what? if you go to Barnes and Nobles right now during Valentine's Day, they got like a whole bunch of card games, cardboard like games and stuff, card games, and they got like board games too for love.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Especially during Valentine's Day, they have like the whole special. And you go there and you see like, oh my god, I didn't even know they had all these games here.
Yeah, I'm trying to set something up. Like I'm got something in the works.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's what's up. Let
Mhm.
me got
I
18
mean,
left.
it just basically just just uh I don't know. Like I just want to be able to be practicing for like relationships basically. Like to be really thinking like I'm really trying to get married like within this year. Like that's how I'm trying to think. I'm trying to like manifest.
I like it. I like it. I love it. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I like it. I was saying that here too. I was like, I want to talk about things that I want to actually do this year. So I want to talk about love. I'm going to talk about gardening. I want to talk about all the things that I want to accomplish. Because I feel like the
Yeah,
things that we talk about, those are the things that we attract into our lives.
yeah.
But
I'm trying to evolve out of the whole high school mentality. Like you know what I mean? I want to talk.
yeah.
I'm trying
It's
to talk about love.
annoying. Like it gets it's like so annoying. You have no idea. It's so annoying. It's like damn, like you ain't grow up yet. Like the fuck? That should be
I'm trying.
unattractive.
Yeah.
18 letter, what's up?
What's going on, creative? Thanks for letting me up on your platform.
What's up? You got something to add?
Yeah, I got something to add. What was the question you was asking again?
Oh, we was just talking about love and limerence and sometimes we gotta be disciplined and we
Mhm.
can't be falling in love with like the fantasy thing. And I feel like if you going and you having sex on the first date, that's like basically you're going into fantasy
Yeah.
because
Oh, I'm
you're
sorry.
allowing yourself to be in lust and the act happens and then you don't even get the most fulfilling thing out of the experience or the relationship. So you're not really getting to know the person, you're not getting to know anything, you haven't even given the person a chance to reveal themselves because all of a sudden you're caught up in the lust.
Right. And unfortunately, we're currently in a system where, as much as I hate to say it, man, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be coming up short because people have a superficial sense of what love is. People have a superficial sense on what a relationship is, and it's really built around material and classism in this day and age. And a lot of it is propaganda that's been pushed over the years. You know how you can really tell creative
Mm-hmm.
when you play a love song from the 90s or the 80s, like for instance, After Seven, right?
Mm-hmm.
You play a After Seven, or you play um because music freezes time. You play a After Seven, or you play High Five. Remember the kissing game by High Five?
Mm-hmm.
You play that and you get the reactions of people today. They'll be like, "Oh my God, what happened to this type of music? What happened?"
You're right.
And it shows you how what has been the time that we've been transitioning in. Because the thing is, when a certain ideology or mindset is there, people take it for granted, and then we tend to think, oh, this is something new, or this person is right. We need to focus on materials, and love ain't that. And then once a person get knee deep into that mentality and years has went on, then they realize on what they was missing, and now they want that back, or they realize the ideology that they was following didn't get them nowhere, and
Mm.
they want that back. But at that particular point, it's too late, because once things have once money, propaganda, music, all of those tactics of brainwashing has set in, and it's been years and years of people thinking a certain way, it's very hard to reverse that mentality. So it's a lot of people out here that their nature tells them that they want love, but they wasn't brought up, or they want to be in a relationship, but they wasn't brought up on trying to get it in the same way, trying to get it, or even knowing what it is. It's just that they initial nature tells them, oh, I want somebody, but you don't know how to treat nobody.
Mm.
And then it goes to show you that's where that even kicks in, because you want somebody, but you don't know how to treat nobody. So in terms, you want somebody for you. You don't want somebody for you to pour into that person and y'all pour into each other and be a team. You want somebody for you. You want somebody to tell you, or do for you, or to feel like you got somebody there to satisfy you, or feel like that you're not lonely.
Oh, you just want a person.
And a lot of people, they don't know.
Tanya TKO says a person with a penis.
I guess. I mean, a lot of people.
That's a joke. It's a joke.
Oh no, I'm not. Getting up in arms and nothing. But
yeah,
it's all of that is lost. And I saw the transition. I'm 37 years old. I remember the R&B music, and I remember all of that stuff. I remember how simple life was. But with social media, it has literally messed people's minds up. Every their celebrity. It's taught us and people don't understand, with Americans, we're very materialistic. We're very materialistic. We're very capitalist and classist in a way, where we take somebody that's doing decent in life, whether they got a regular job or whatever, and we say that ain't nothing. Or we use that as a way to talk down on those types of people. And we don't, because we all got this idea that we're trying to climb the ladder to be as rich as Jason as possible, and everybody else is beneath. If is beneath if you're not up there, and that's what's really holding a lot of people back. It's a lot of average people out here that don't think that they're average.
18 letter.
Yeah.
Do you read like female like where they just like write about like exotic them street novels?
Are you talking
You
about
ever
Zane?
I've seen a couple.
Zane.
I've seen a couple. I remember Zane. It was a girl in my high school that read Zane books that me and her was real cool. I remember Zane, and they even had an HBO series with Zane, like an HBO or Showtime series. What was those other movies girls used to watch back in the day? Twa and all of that other stuff. I remember that. Yeah, back in the day.
You said Twa?
Yeah, it was called like Twa something, like Twa's Pandora's Box or something like that. Girls used to love them, man.
Cause yeah, man, cause it like dudes don't really be thinking about like women really be sitting around thinking about like nasty, like they these women be some freaks for real, but they just you just gotta know the right language.
I think they think that we know, but we know, like we've been knowing it.
Yeah.
Like I've been around women my whole life, bro. I know women like the back of my hand. That's why a lot of people don't like what I'm saying. But I know they been like that. But yeah, like, so I think that's what it really comes down to. And a lot of people are just disappointed, and they confused, and they don't know they don't know which direction to go in.
Yeah. Like people could describe fucking like real easy. Like they can go into detail about fucking, but like how about making love? Like how did I'm not even sure I'm the best to try to describe it. But that's what I want to do though. Like as far as once I start getting in my zone, like when I'm start trying to write music and all that, get on some R&B shit a little bit, along with my rapping.
Ain't nothing wrong. I'm a big R&B fan, man. I grew up on R&B, from Jodeci to Keith Sweat,
Trying to bring it back.
like it's Silk, Shy, like High Five, of course Aaliyah. Like my mother was like listening, as well as rap. I grew up. I can tell you about a lot of different genres of black music. A lot of different genres of black music, man. But yeah, so that's. I don't think people, and that's another thing, creative. I just don't think people are very aware of how selfish they are.
Okay, so I had a question for you.
Okay.
So, do you think a lot of people got like nervous system issues that some people like if you was to put them in a healthy relationship or a healthy partner, they wouldn't even know what to do because they never experienced that before and they gravitate towards how they used to be treated. I want to say used to be treated, but what their nervous system is used to. Like they're used to somebody yelling at them, screaming at them, saying, derogatory things about them.
Damn. I do think that it's a certain group of people like that that exists.
Hmm.
It usually comes from childhood, being in turmoil situations since childhood, and then might get with a person that ain't no good. I do think those people exist, but I do think that they are very small compared to other people that just like to self-sabotage.
Hmm.
I think it's people that I think it's more people that just want to self-sabotage because they think it's something better out there, or they think that, oh, this is boring. A lot of people just don't stay in relationships because they feel like the relationships is boring.
That's what I'm saying. It's a nervous system thing.
I
They're
don't,
not used to it.
but then that's like, I don't understand. That's the part that I don't understand, because if it's a situation where you say, okay, I'm not used to this, and you turn around and sabotage that relationships, and you put yourself back in a tumultuous relationship,
Mm.
then in my opinion, I don't think you got the right to complain about anything after that, because that's what you're accustomed to at that particular point. That's what you like. And if it's something that's going on, it's best that you seek mental help.
And
Uh,
it happens to both people, men and women. So I can't even say it's both. It's both people it happens to.
yeah. And I think, like, even if a man is going through that, I don't know what to tell you, because at that particular point, I don't like when I'm thinking about a man, you either got to get some help or do something for yourself, because at that particular point, you just self-sabotaging, especially. But usually the men that go through that are men that wasn't equipped in a lot of areas in their life to begin with. Usually the man that's dealing with that, he may have always needed a woman to support him, or he may always. And it's a certain small group of men, just like we talked about the it's a certain small group of men that just have low self-esteem, and that's because they was raised up with low self-esteem, or their self-esteem might have been
I don't even think it's a self-esteem issue. I think it has to do with I'm gonna just give an example. So I went to go see I took my son to go see his dad's side of the family, right? And so I'm there and and the household is chaotic. Like some stuff I never seen before. Like I never seen this before. Like so his mom has like a whole bunch of problems and then she's dating this guy and he's like they always arguing and fighting and I'm like, this makes sense that he's the way he is because he likes to argue and fight and you know how some people are just like they just want to start some trouble with you. They just want to argue just for the sake of arguing. That's how he was. Like he just wanted to argue all the time just for the sake of arguments. Because that's what he was used to. And I used to be like, wow, like, oh my God, like, no wonder our relationship didn't work, or no wonder it was like this. It was chaotic
yeah,
because
he was raised like that.
exactly. And that's what he's used to until he has to work on himself to know that that is unhealthy and what is healthy may not be what I'm used to. It may be boring. It may be something that, you know.
And with an individual like that, I would say if you don't work on yourself, you need to stay away from people as much as possible. Because some people never work on themselves. Some people just repeat the cycle. Some
They
people
do.
just become what their parents were. And some people are comfortable being that way too. You have
Mm-hmm.
people that are comfortable being that way. So a person that knows better is best that that person, the person that's in that relationship that knows better, that's with that person, is best that get away from that person as quick as possible.
Exactly. And that's why relationships don't work out when you're in your 20s, unless you get another chaotic person like that who's used to that, and both of y'all could be doing that. But as you get older, you're like, yeah, this is not it. Like, you know, I don't want to be in this.
I remember watching the movie Paid in Full, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember when you remember the movie Paid in Full.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
I
with
remember,
Micaiah Pfeiffer.
yeah, I remember when Ace at the table when they was eating with his girl and everything, and they
Mm-hmm.
talking, and she told him, "Maybe you just born. That's all. Maybe you just born." And he said, and he pulled out a roll of money. He said, "Oh, I'm born now. How about that?" And she like, "Oh, big stuff." Like he was like, "Well, if I'm born, then why you with me?" And she said, "I'm with you because I'm born too."
Mm.
Type of people that have to be together. Some people are just chaotic mentally. It's some people out here that don't need to be in a relationship with nobody.
Exactly. See.
That we need to separate. But see, a lot of the times we don't want to address that. Some people that's saying, "Oh, I want this and that," and some of these people that are some of those people are the ones that's hiding in plain sight. I'm like, wait, you the person that don't need to be in a relationship. You need to decide and let the people that are of sound mind be in a relationship. I'm not all of that. I'm not that person that everyone deserves to find love. No, some people don't. If some people are that self-destructive, they need to get out the way for everybody else so everybody else can be straight.
Hmm.
Quality, not quantity.
Okay, do you think that people be in limerence? Like people be like they be so infatuated with somebody or they really like somebody. And it be some people that be out of their league. That you be saying.
Yeah,
Your 18 letter is like he be pointing that out.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we all average. Like when DJ did that video, when he did the content on Mika. Like that's just not for women, that's for men too. Like when Tasha K was like, "Oh, I wouldn't trust my Mika around my husband." Just like it's some men. Hey, Morris Chestnut can probably take my girl. It's people, and I think that's us recognizing.
Nah, I don't think that. I think that there's people with integrity that would not cross those lines.
I think it's
Even if somebody look good.
I think if some, okay, I'll put it this way. Even if they may have integrity, but that don't mean that they ain't think about it for a quick second. That don't mean that they did not think about it for a quick second. I think it's some people that may not, but I think it's much more that'll be, hey, Morris Chestnut, any of these other,
So
handsome.
y'all say so if Mika walked in the room, y'all be like all like gawked over her.
Nobody's gonna be gawked over her. That's weird, but we'll be looking definitely. Men will be looking.
But would y'all be mesmerized by her? Like,
No, we wouldn't be mesmerized, but we'll be checking her out. That's what men do. That's what anybody does.
mm-hmm.
Who you said?
Mika.
Oh, Mika. I mean
Just
that she
like
got a nice butt. Like
just like come on, creative, keep it real. Just like it's times that a brother, if he's 6'2", real muscular, ripped, girls will be like,
I ain't
hey, how you doing? Then they turn to their girlfriend, girl, did you see him? Did you
But
like
I'm saying some people could look good and you could be like, yeah, they look good. And then they start talking and speaking and you be like, yeah, that's not it.
even the ones that be in this day and age, even if they start talking and speaking, them girls, they still be like, yeah, that don't matter because he look good. So
No, that's not true.
they not turning down.
Me, I be like, it'd be a lot of people that be looking good across the room, and then when you get up close and you start talking to them, you be like, nah, you need to stay back, go back over there, because
I'll take your word for it.
it
But
ain't what it's putting down. Not everything that glitters is gold. That's what I'm trying to say.
a lot what it look like gold for some people, as long as it look like gold, that's good
But
enough.
like, just like when DJ Witch Doctor was talking to her, right? DJ Witch Doctor, not talking to her, but he was reviewing her and looking at her content. He said, like, when it comes to her politics, like, she wasn't all that. Like, she didn't know how to move the crowd or anything. She's just pretty.
Yeah, sometimes that's all you need. It's a double standard.
You think so? I don't think so. I think some men will like a woman that's more like her versus Candace Owens.
Well, Candace Owens have already cemented her. Don't get me wrong, some women can stand out.
Okay. That's a perfect example right there.
Depending on certain times, your talent can stand out more. But depending on a lot of audiences, a pretty face, a lot of the times, keep people watching. And this is not nothing new.
No, because look at her and look at Candace Owens. Candace Owens got a whole movement. Like, that girl taking over shows after shows. Like,
Owens have cemented her. She's already got her foot in the door. She's cemented her.
And she's gorgeous, right? But she's smart. She's smart as rocks. She will argue all the way down. Argue down all your points.
I don't really care for her too much because she's on some anti-black stuff.
She do, but you can't fault her for that. You know, when I look at some guys be like, do you want a Mika or do you want a Candace Owens? Some guys would be like, I want that Candace Owens because she got that energy. She got that boss energy.
No, I wouldn't want it. She already think less of me. So give me a Mika.
Damn. What about you, Royce? What do you think?
I think somebody like Mika, she need the thing that I'm doing, the same that I was trying to explain to you earlier. Like I'm on here trying to lead with more of my weaknesses. Like I'm not trying to do something that I'm very good at already. Like the stuff that I'm good at in real life, I'm not trying to come on YouTube and display the things that I'm already good at in real life. I'm trying to like be open about things that I'm working on and trying to improve on. So that's the way that I keep my stuff like, what do you call it, substance. That's how I keep my substance. I have more substance by not trying to follow like the things that's already working. Like I'm doing something new. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm going off into like kind of weird territory, but I'm staying me at the same time. Yeah.
Okay. Do you got a channel or something? It sounds like you working on a project or something. That's what you sound like. You like.
I'm happy that my phone is even working. Like usually when I try to cam up, it have sound in the background. The fact that I'm able to even talk to you right now, this good right now. I might make a video real soon because I didn't think I could because the sound was crazy. Cam up.
But what is your video on? But what you trying to do? Enlighten us.
I mean, like some like things that's in my mind is like about sex, but like a weird type of sex, like some different type shit, like like some real like next level freak shit. But like that's like I feel like people want to be people freaks these days, but they not weird enough with it. Like they not getting nasty enough.
You sound like my friend. You know, my friend, she be on these fetish sites. Like, she be telling me her stories. She be like, these guys that she be messing with, like, there's one guy she be messing with. She be like, she has to put on socks to get him off. If she don't have on socks and use her feet, then
Talking about no,
Oh wow, yeah.
that's a fetish. Like some guys got feet fetish. It's a real thing. I thought it was that is
I ain't
real.
gonna,
Like
I can't judge if I'm really trying to do what I'm saying I'm trying to do. I can't
exactly,
really
you
judge.
can't judge. You can't
Right.
judge at all. If you trying to get in those neck of the woods, I'm curious about you, Royce. Are you gonna start an OnlyFans or something?
Nah, I just want to keep it tasteful though. Like I'm talking about like nothing too crazy, but I'm just saying like just just making the like people like I feel like the marriage between black men and black women is like like it's like a sexless marriage. Like the spark then died between black men and black women. So
That's
I'm
not
trying to
true.
live.
That is not true. Don't believe the hype. These men be
Yeah,
like they be
I
wanting to see.
I did hear some
I'm
sexless marriages. I mean, all races.
I just want to be the reason why it get even more sparked up. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to
Oh.
I'm,
So you
I'm
want to
cooking
do
something
something
up.
like what? Like what are you trying to do? Like this is how you turn your girl on. This is how you
When they
set
talk
up
about
the mood. This is what you could
when they
do.
talk about the spiritual stuff like the like they describe like the spiritual sex like the the sacred. I don't
Oh, you
know,
trying to
man.
do like tantra? Tantra is what you talking about?
I'm gonna start learning this stuff so I could speak so I could describe it the way it need to be described. But yeah,
You talking about some tantra? You talking about some like
yeah,
using your forces and stuff. He on some next level stuff.
yeah. That's what we need to do. Like I feel like these podcasts. This is the perfect thing to do that with. Like we could do it through the camera.
What?
it gotta it ain't gotta be nothing explicit. I'm just saying.
Roy
So
should
what you saying is you want to be a coach who does that?
I'm saying that like we be in these chats so unfriendly to each other. We be talking all this shit to each other while we ain't showing no love to each other yet, man. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna make it cool to do that. You know what I mean?
Oh, make
I
it cool to show love to women and show as men and women
Yeah,
show love to men.
no, I ain't gonna
yeah.
front hell. And this gonna sound taboo. But with a lot of people in this space, you can tell that they got some type of sexual frustration attention. They may never speak on it, but you can tell.
Yeah.
Tell. You can just tell,
I'm
man. When you hear people talking, you be like, y'all about y'all about and you know how you know? Because when people find a significant other, they leave the space. They be up out of there, boy.
So you think that's what it is? That's why people are stuck in this space because they need some release and they gotta do. They gotta get released. That's what it is.
That's part of it.
Mhm.
And it's part and it's like online interaction to become like the new hangout spot. It's like being outside but virtually.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you putting down, 18 letter. So
Picking up what I'm putting down.
yeah, I'm picking up what you putting down. I believe that to some degree. And some degree I believe that when some people get mad or they get pissed off or you know how you get on somebody's nerves, like some people like get a kick out of it. Like it may turn somebody on. That's what I think so
That's
too.
yes, yeah, for those type of kind of wild, but yeah.
Yes, it does. Especially with some of these people, you be like, why are you so mad? Some people just be turned up on 10 all of a sudden. You be like, what the hell happened?
And we even got turned up like as far as like talking freaky. Like we done had some conversations about it before. Like this This ain't something I'm just doing for the first time. We didn't already did it before.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Where did you do this at?
I gotta remember who it was. I gotta go look in my little playlist. I got a playlist of like people in this space talking freaky. But
Oh
yeah,
my God.
Yeah,
Voice
all
is
it just
on
take
it.
you can just sense the tension. All it takes is that one person cracking the ice. Then everybody else.
yeah.
Then here come the avalanche.
So voice is like, no more hating. We want all love. You like tell the truth. Tell what you really feel. That's what voice is like.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of
Yeah.
people that be trying to move in this space, man. A lot of people just don't be honest, and like when you try to be honest, people be looking at you like you the weird one. Like, no,
Mm.
y'all capping, and a lot of y'all ain't keeping it a G. If y'all done been outside and you done had personal experiences, then some of the stuff you're gonna be like, all right, that's true. I can see that. But people are afraid to show, and for good reason, because some people will take who you are and they'll try to expose you or try to make you look bad in front of other groups of people. But a lot of people are really afraid to show themselves.
That shit happened to me though.
No, I remember when you said
Oh,
it.
yo, let me tell y'all.
And it
Yo,
weird.
everything I was texting this guy, everything I was texting. You know how you be talking dirty in the text messages? Everything I was texting this guy, he showed it on the screen.
Has, has somebody, not my baby creator.
And I was like, damn, he showed everything on the screen. Nothing left for imagination. Like, you can't hold water to save your life. Like, I'm not gonna lie. After that, I was like, yeah, I'm good. I don't think I'm gonna be trying to talk to people on here after that. Like, imagine seeing all your personal messages and somebody reading it out loud, and there's 1,000 people watching. That's what happened. You gotta be careful who you talk to. I don't think it's like
You can just tell by the way people talk if that person, like, you can just, like, a lot of the times if you spend around a lot of time around people in the space, you can just tell if they talk, how they talk, if that's a person you will be able to have a conversation with behind the scenes. You will know that. You will know that. You listen to them. But sometimes people, I don't know. I don't know. I think in the earlier stages of StreamYard, then I can get it. But I think now, and because see, a lot of people that made mistakes when StreamYard first started, but a lot of people are tightening up now. StreamYard been here for a while, so they know the ins and outs, who they may be able to have a conversation with, who they can't, because it's people don't want to be somebody's content, you know, for the next two.
just sit there because they gonna clip that. They gonna clip it up.
Yeah,
So
that's that high school shit that I'm trying to tell y'all. Like we gotta get past that. Like, we got that's
But
I swear
some
that
people on here are petty like that. They like high school stuff. Like, you tell them intimate details or you share messages and people like sharing your messages, like, it's like
here's the thing. Here's the
you
thing we
gotta
gotta
be
understand.
careful. Just be careful with people.
Yeah, here's the thing we gotta understand. It's no getting past that because those are the people you can't work with anyway. They're stuck. They're stuck in where they at, and a lot of them then came up short. And we got to keep it all the way honest. It don't matter if it's a man or a woman. Some motherfuckers is just losers at life. So they know that they done lost the game of life already. So the only way I can make myself have some type of comfort and solace with my miserable ass life is to see you failing. So I'm
Yeah.
very interested in seeing you fail.
Mhm.
Very. It makes my day go by better.
Yeah.
It makes me where I don't have to sit up at night and cry when I reflect on my life because I can see that
Mhm.
somebody else is taking L's. So we have to understand it's people out there with that mentality. Like destroying shit is what gets them is what get them through their life, or seeing other people doing bad is what get them through their life. So
Okay.
it's no way to build with those types of people. You just gotta compartmentalize them, keep them away from you, and make sure you don't run your mouth about your personal business around any of them type of people.
Yeah. Just remember those people, the people who be on that gender war, those are the main people that you don't want to date. I would say that. Stay away from them.
Well, you can just tell because a lot of people don't really have much else to talk about outside of like certain talking points. That's how you know who's been outside and who haven't. Like, what was y'all life experiences? Like, what else did you do? Are you like, what other interests do you have? What elements of you are interesting as a person outside of a lot of that? What are your interests? What did you watch? What did you grow up on? What are some of your places that you may want to go? What are so people can't really, get out of that. Or they very simplistic in their mind and they think that's that's all to talk about it. And it becomes redundant after a while.
Okay, I'm gonna share this video. This is like on some spiritual stuff on.
I'll be back creative. I gotta go because I'm working, but
Okay,
I'll
alright.
drop back in.
Okay, good. This is just based on why are people single today? This is like a spiritual outlook. So, just have an open mind.
Feel like I haven't been able to attract. I feel like I want to be. I want to experience a relationship and experience a family.
You have no relationships of any kind in your life?
I had, but nothing that.
You had? So you know no one. You have no friends, no family.
No, I'm sorry. I meant in a romantic relationship as someone to share my life with.
Oh, all right. But you are sharing your life with many people.
As in a,
I think you're missing my point. Why are you calling that out as different than anything else? Why are you making that stand out and making it seem so different to achieve other than the relationships you already have created?
Why I get triggered when someone gives me unsolicited advice. When I was younger, it came mainly from fear.
Maybe because I have a specific definition of that relationship that is different from, say, friendship or...
All right. I'm not saying that there aren't relationships that are different in that context, but nevertheless, I'm asking, why are you making it stand out as being so different than attracting any kind of relationship? Maybe it might be that your definition is making it more difficult to attract because you're creating it to be such a rarefied thing.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's correct.
You're putting it on a pedestal.
Yes.
Well, hard to reach, isn't it? When it's on a pedestal. If you bring it down to earth, like any relationship, I'm not devaluing it, not invalidating it, but if you allow it to be like any relationship, generally speaking, then whatever unique aspects that relationship has for you will be easier to access. But you can't put it on a pedestal and expect to reach it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
This is very similar to the idea of having a particular assumption, insistence, or expectation for how something should play out. And as we have already said, the formula for following your excitement is to drop all of that assumption and insistence and expectation for what the outcome ought to be, or how it should look, or in what form it should come. So putting things on a pedestal is very similar to that expectation.
And I'm noticing that I'm not only putting it on a pedestal, but I'm also becoming very picky as time goes, which
Yes.
you would think, I would think it would be the opposite. But so I have like this really strong.
Do you not trust your life to bring you what you truly need? Do you have to engineer every detail to make sure it's right? Because becoming more picky, as you say, is the surest way to get reflections of others who are going to be just as picky about you. Remember, physical reality is a mirror. And if you become too picky, not saying you can't have preferences, but if you become judgmentally picky, then what you're going to get is a reflection of people who are also going to be picky about whether or not they want to interact with you, because that's what you're giving off. Make sense?
Yes.
Is this helping you relax some of your need to engineer this? And is it increasing your ability to trust that your life will unfold as it needs to, a little bit more naturally?
Yes. And to some extent, when I ask myself, okay, if this never happens,
Yes.
will I still lead a happy and fulfilled
That's
life?
an excellent question to ask yourself. Asking that question is the right track.
And my answer to myself is yes, but I'm not sure if that's kind of like a mind kind of like type of answer, or
No.
that's what I truly believe.
Allow yourself to believe it if you wish. You don't have to. But if you allow yourself to believe that you will still be truly happy, even if that relationship never occurs, then you'll be truly happy. And when you are truly happy, you make it far more likely that such a relationship will occur. That's the paradox. Because you don't need it in that context, in the sense of neediness, in the sense of desperation. So when you're happy because you're happy, then all the things that are capable of entering your life to reflect the happiness that you choose to have, regardless of whether they show up or not, will be more capable of showing up. Remember, manifestation is not the product of bringing something to you that you don't have. Manifestation is the product of making visible what you already have, but simply don't see it because you're not in the same wavelength. If the idea of that joyful relationship is representative of happiness, then be happy regardless of whether the relationship is there. So at least you give the relationship a greater probability of showing up to reflect the happiness that you already have, because you don't need the relationship to make you happy. Do you understand?
Yes,
Is this helping?
absolutely.
What is the second great challenge of your life?
It's somewhat you touched on in your answer. You kind of like touched on it already, which
All
is
right. So it might be the same challenge in different clothing.
it's very possible.
Oh,
Okay, did you get that?
Yeah, the self-awareness is, you got to be honest with yourself, man. He's real good. He asked great questions. Really,
That was
that
good,
really
right?
make me think. Yeah, I gotta find what's that dude name, man. I gotta
You gotta look at him.
I gotta
So his name is Basher. You know what he is? You know how they have these light beings? They be like, you get on this high frequency. Basically, he's a channel. He's channeling some type of intelligence that speaks to his mind, and people come to him and they ask him questions. So whatever he channels, he's able to speak to the people and answer their questions.
All right. Yeah.
His
I'm
name
gonna
is
go. His name is what?
Basher. Hold on, Misha.
Okay.
You see it? Yeah, Basher. And this is Twin Flame. But he has a whole bunch of videos about life. And you know, what people be struggling with and what you want to do. He's really good.
Yeah, he gonna help me do my. He gonna help me do it, like, cause I got all of the ratchet, like, freaky shit. He got the spiritual, sacred self-reflection.
To the mix to add to it.
Yeah, he gonna help me do that. He gonna help me make it real smooth. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that was it. I wanted to play that for all the people who looking for a relationship. You got to be happy with yourself and trust life. I think most of the time we have a problem with trusting life and trusting that life will bring us that person. we want to go find it ourselves and put ourselves in turmoil and, date ratchet people. If we trust life, things will work out much better. You just got to trust. And sometimes it's hard to trust. But he made it easy. He said, you just got to be happy. And whatever you have is, that was good, that what he said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on point. He said, you have everything you need already. You have it already. You just got to be happy enough so that wavelength could show you that you already have it.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that to me. It never resonated the way he made it resonate, though. You know what I mean?
He's good. I'll be watching him. I watch Erin Lyons. You know who that is?
Nah.
Yo, she is dope. She's a black girl though, or a black woman. Let me see if I can find her. So her name is Erin Lyons. Okay, I found her. And you never heard of her?
No.
I'm about to put you on game. You gonna really like her though. I already know you're gonna like her. I haven't watched his video either.
Okay.
She's also a channeler too.
I am streaming live from the Source Sanctuary. So it's been like maybe 2 weeks. I have been knee deep in getting this place open, but I wanted to pop on with a bit of a February energetic forecast. Let me know in the chat how you're feeling, where you are in the world. I got some good things to share just in the energetic landscape. So the word that keeps coming to me is spiral dynamics, being aware of spiral dynamics. What is a spiral dynamic? It works like this. You have a positive thought that attracts another positive thought, that attracts another positive thought, and the momentum of those positive thoughts magnetize a positive experience. So that would be an upward spiral, right? A down spiral, a negative spiral dynamic would be you have a negative thought. It attracts another thought, another negative thought. It gains momentum. It's growing. It's growing. It's like a snowball. When a snowball is going down a hill and it's collecting more snow and energy and inertia and momentum, and it becomes almost impossible to stop. And then, holy shit, I just magnetized a negative event. Okay. Now, if you're on my email list, you already heard this story from me, but I'm gonna talk about it because this is exactly what spiral dynamics are. My husband crashed my Tesla and I was furious. I was so upset about it. Like, when you're upset and it's like you are not shaking this energy. So the first time I get in the car, like to drive somewhere since the incident and it's still not being taken care of, I'm in the car, I'm driving, and I'm just ranting. I'm like, that motherfucker, you know how we do people. How could you do this? I don't need this happening right now, right? And he's okay, everything's okay. I see somebody has like a shocked emoji. It was just the right side. But, when something like that happens, you're like, I don't need this to happen right now. Why? This is the worst timing. So I'm upset. And I'm just talking shit right in the car to myself and to Source. And I'm like, why right now? And then, long story short, I pull into a parking spot and I scratch the car next to me. That's catching the parallel. And I just laugh because I go, of course. I just activated so much negative momentum. I just activated a dominant point of attraction that the universe wanted to show me how fast something can perpetuate if you don't neutralize the vibration. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Oh, and then
This ever happened to you?
Man, that happened to me damn near every day.
You know, this happened to me. It was one time. I think I was so mad and I was so flustered. I think after that guy, that same guy who was online and he shared all my stuff, and I was so mad. You know, the next day I was pulling out to go to work, and I was pulled out and I hit a car behind me. That shit is like, and good thing I came out the car and the guy was mad and he was like, "It's okay. I understand we're being late," and he just went on.
And I never like scratched nobody's car like that. Like the concept of what she was saying as far as like you be in like a bad mental place and then it caused you to do something that you basically
Yeah,
you end up doing some you end up messing up something because you was in a bad mental place. Like, yeah, I do that all the time. I'm definitely working on that though.
you ever been in a good mental space and good things happen to you too?
Yeah, definitely.
See, the
One time
shit
I
is be
one time
real.
I got on the news on CNN. I was dressed up in a nice little suit and I was in Job Corps at the time. And we was on like a little trip. So I seen them recording something for CNN. So I just walked past them. I just start putting more pep in my step and like just walking with my swag, like put my suit on and everything. They called me over there. They seen me. They seen how I walked past. They just called me over there and started asking me questions. I freestyled. I just freestyled it. They really is asking me some like trying to make me look crazy a little bit, but I still made it smooth. But yeah, that was one of the times where I really feel like I did it on purpose. Like I really I started like thinking like I was somebody rich, and then I just started
Damn, look at that. Look
I
at
started,
look at boys.
I started walk past like I was somebody rich, and they was like, oh yeah, he feel like he that guy, so let's put him on camera.
See,
Yeah,
that's what's up. See, look. Now you got on camera. You never know. You could have got like
Mhm.
a highlighted reel, and then you go viral.
Yeah,
It was
to actually been able to promote something, but I didn't have anything to promote. I just spoke about
damn.
just things, just little opinions I had about like what we could do to better the youth and all of that. That's all I really spoke about.
See, that's what's up.
Yeah,
I think. But do you like her though? She's pretty cool.
yeah. What's how you spell her name?
Erin Lyons. I'm gonna put it in the chat or on the
All
back
right.
chat. Oh, and then the other guy name was Basher.
Yeah, I got him.
But all right, I'm about to close it out.
All right. I appreciate you. You gave me some good energy, some good vibes, and put me
Mm-hmm.
on the note, content creators. Much
Yeah.
appreciated.
So yeah, thank you, Royce. You've been really good. It's good to hear your opinion and you know, allow you to hear your ambitions and what you're trying to do. That's what's up. I'm gonna look out for it because I'm gonna see how it
Yeah,
goes and I'm gonna check it out.
I'm gonna make it happen.
Okay, that's what's up. All
All
right.
right.
All right, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. This is Creative Solutions. It's like 10 o'clock my time, so I know it's like 1, maybe 2 o'clock your time. So thank you guys. You know, just remember that if you're a fool for love, just double check what you're a fool for. Make sure that this is authentic love. Make sure that this is something that is genuine, something that's real. And sometimes you do need a reality check. And don't be afraid to get one, you know? Get your one of your best friends, get your mom, get anybody. The last thing I was gonna say is the last thing you should probably do, but probably be the first one, is you could also get like a psychic reading. Or I wouldn't say a psychic, I would say a tarot card reading. If you get a tarot card reading, that will tell you the truth too. And that should eliminate any limerence, any like, oh, I'm in love, or, you know, just get a double opinion, get somebody to double check and see, is this really love? And also have discipline, you know, don't be like, sometimes discipline is good. You know, going slow is actually going fast. You know, so when you're not like I said, like the first date, 2 hours. The next day, if you feel more comfortable, you can make it longer, and so on and so on. It also depends on level of comfortability. Obviously, if you've been spending a lot of time with this person on the phone, texting, you may allow some things to slide because you feel like you know that person more. But I would still say stick to your boundaries, allow people to reveal themselves. And within time, people do reveal themselves. But this is your girl, Creative Solutions, and it's 2026. I just want to remind everybody, whatever you're watching, whatever you're viewing, whatever you're talking about, just be cognizant and be conscious, because low key, that's what you're bringing into your life, and that's what you're manifesting. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna catch you guys on my next one.